YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome back to the Youth Only Challenge with 1860 Munich. Today, in episode number 29, we have the final day of the year. It is not to find out if we finish in Champions League, like I said at the end of the episode, but there's so much going on that I had to bring it to you because there's a way that we could finish in Europa League, Euro 2 football, and we could finish in 8th and outside of it all. There's a lot to recap before we get into it as well. We've been live for 10 hours and 10 minutes. If you want to get paid part of this sort of madness, come follow us live on Twitch. As you can see here, the run of form has been a little bit whatever, especially since we last met on the youth intakes, which I do recommend you go check out. We drew to Mainz 1-1 in a game that we were probably, it's one of those games that you think you should edge and you should win, but we didn't. Graham O'Shea finding a goal, which is nice, and then we went and lost to Mönchengladbach in a crazy game. And I mean crazy, I mean every chance went in first half. And yeah, just one of those ones that you look at and go, you probably deserve to lose. They have a Suarez, that guy that scored for him a million times. This guy here, they just picked up in Portugal, was like godly. We then got beat by Frankfurt 3-1 in a game that we were not even close to being in. Yet again, it wasn't good, but there was moments, and then we got Vincent set off 5 minutes in and absolutely pumped by Bayern. That's kind of summed up the year for Champions League football, at least anyway. Can't get there. We then beat Stuttgart 1-0, and this sums up the year for us a lot. 26 shots, 10 on target, no goals. We had to rely on James Margetts again. He's our leading goal scorer this year, and he's been our bench striker. He's got 11 goals in the league at an average league percentage of goals, 72 minutes. So he's every 72 minutes he's scoring in the league. That sounds a bit weird for a guy that's got 11 goals in 22. He's got 18 appearances off the bench, only 4 starts. So when you're tallying up, he's coming off 15 minutes to go, 20 minutes to go, and he's scoring a goal fairly often. It equals 72 minutes. He's scoring a goal every 72 minutes. Ridiculous. The thing for me is that you can't drop a guy like Graham O'Shea. You compare the two, and you're like, well, Graham's just better developing and is a wonder kid. The thing for me that has been the big thing about this season has obviously been defensively. We've actually switched into a ball-winning midfielder. Last couple of games seems against Stuttgart work. Against Bayern, we only had 10 men. Is when we play with just the advanced ball from minute 1, we do not get enough creativity going forward. When we play with a false 9, we get creativity, we just seem to not be scoring. So for me at the minute, as bad as it sounds, because James is unreal and there's no way I can get him in there. He's right-footed, what is it, inside foot? I could play him on that side, but I feel like Ortega is, if you compare the pair with James, is like, they're similar. Yeah, I get that. But I feel like Ortega's definitely an inside forward that is like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. To drop him would be, if a big came for Ortega, maybe. But what I'm trying to say is that I need a way, and the thing for us best is just to keep using James as a super sub until he's developed that little bit more. There might be a way to get them in, I don't know. Anyhow, apart from that, the team itself has not changed too much. We've made some signings, but I'm going to mention them towards the back end. But let's just recap what's going on here. We're currently in 6th spot because our goal difference is better. We're on 51 points. Mönchengladbach on 51 points with a lesser goal difference, and Bayer 4 as well. So technically speaking, if we all lost, I stay 6th and we get Europa League football. They've got St. Pauli, who are 18th, and I'm pretty sure are already relegated. Yes, they are. So Mönchengladbach are winning, right? And Leverkusen on the final day have Mainz, which is a very difficult game for them. Mainz have they can't Mainz have nothing to play for. They can't make it into Champions League anymore. But that's not an easy game for Bayer 4 to go away and do the business in. It means that we've got the harder of the three. We've got Leipzig, who have been very poor this year. The fact they were in 10th is ridiculous. When we beat them halfway through the year, right on the halfway mark, they were in the relegation zone. So they've had a pretty big upturn in form, I think. The start of the year, a lot of draws and losses. They've been on a pretty big upturn of form, as you can see. They just won the Euro 2 semi-final. They actually got Wolfsburg in the final of that competition. We need to, just go out here and better whatever Mönchengladbach and Bayer 4 do, or equal it. If we lose and they both win, we finish 8th. If we lose and one of them win, we get jumped by them. If we win, we can't be jumped by any of them. And if we draw, we rely on the other results in the other games. So we'll definitely keep an eye on all of them. As you can see, they're all going to play with each other on the final day. Nako Wacko, they keep wanting to put in. I'm just going to mention Diallo. He is absolutely growing into a monster. We just signed to a new deal. He's worth 28 million. He's got 5-star potential. He still is touted as our best hot prospect. Diallo, and I'm telling you right now, we are not bringing Yepi and Batten in next season because I've made signings. I will mention those signings. A couple of them are in the centre mid roles, but Diallo will be playing next season and will be your new vice captain next year. And that's a big thing for an 18-year-old to come in and just be like, we brought him in as a punt. We realise how good he is. He's got 14 leadership, 15 teamwork, and even the game's telling me to make him vice captain, so we will be. Anyway, what does the sentence under the headline mean? What do you mean? Okay, Berger wants to have a look at something. This is what you can do. From the Norwegian Mbappe to the next Eusebio and onto Wonder Kid, here are top 50 things. It just lets you know what they're meant to be like. So from the Norwegian Mbappe, so one of these guys is Norwegian, right? And is being likened to Mbappe, and one of them's meant to be the next Eusebio. So look for a Portuguese lad in that list. One doesn't stick out that there's a Portuguese lad in there, but yeah, there's plenty of people. Oh, the game wants to rub it in because one of those lads is Berger's guys that he sold. Anyway, your game for the final day of the season is Leipzig, and we are away from home. To start on the final day is Artis, Aguero, Burden, Morales, and Mueller, because Vincent, apart from also being sent off, is missing this game due to blisters, which I think is pretty soft. Ami, who's been developing so well, is going to come in and play the ball-winning midfielder role. Baden is not fit. He's injured, so his time's done here at 1860, which is annoying. Diallo is going to play Yippee Hansen centre mid on attack for one last time. Anderson, Ortega, and Graham O'Shea. We need goals, and we need to keep a clean sheet. And the last thing I have changed of late is to make us a little bit more narrow in defence. I don't particularly rate doing that, but I'm just trying to change stuff so we don't concede goals. We need to get a result here. Away we go. Tactically, off we go. I have mentioned it on stream. I'm going to mention it right now. If we don't finish in Europe, that is not the worst thing to have happen because, it allows us to focus on what we do. If we finish in Europe, what an achievement first season. The fact we're even here first season, we're not fighting out for relegation, shows that we've had a really good year. Anyway, Macias, great player. Picked off by Yeppie Hansen, though, and Ami finds Graham O'Shea, and Yeppie picks it up, Diallo, and we've given it away already. That's not what you want to see from Diallo. Good footballer, picks a good pass usually, Diallo, but yeah. Anyway, long ball, picked off, and Holdrew's in, and Arias makes a good save. It was offside anyway. Well done, Artis. Good save, buddy. And there we are. And now another highlight. Artis finds Morales, who, by the way, does not want to talk to me and has a year and a half left on his contract. So, or I think like a year and a bit. It's not a good situation to be in with your club captain. Anyway, Graham O'Shea now loses out. None like him. And there we are. We keep getting good areas and then keep doing that. Anyway, they go long. That's a very good kick from their keeper. And they've played out really well. Madison Niles, Danny Olmo now, Eric Garcia, Memphane. Like, this is the numbers. Don Cora. They're in 10th. That's Hodgland in again. Artist, save me. You're a little legend, buddy. And this guy that finished second in next gen, this is a pretty good keeper, not going to lie. Graham O'Shea looks for Ortega, who should finish a lot more chances than what he does. He goes down that left-hand side. Batter Diallo, finds Ortega. Good touch. In the box he goes. Cuts one. Anderson! Down one end, Artis makes a fantastic save. Down the other, Anderson makes it 1-0. I can't tell you enough about this bloke. He's 6'5". You lump it to his head, he scores. It's as simple as that. He isn't good enough for the Bundesliga. He's a Bundesliga 2 player with not much potential. And I've got kids that I want to try and train to make better in their roles, playing, instead of him. But when the man needs to play and he needs to find a goal, he does it. He's unreal. He always pops up. Our first chance has gone in. We lead 1-0. This guy here, by the way, is absolutely just, the Danish lad is like killing us today. But it is what it is. Anyway, Morales heads. Ortega now. Diallo. Yeppie Hansen needs runners. Graham O'Shea. Graham O'Shea puts it over the bar. Unlucky Graham. I need him to score a few more goals by himself. All right, Watch Gladbach are winning. We probably know that they're going to stay 4-4-2, so we'll put some scores there. Anyway, Memphane heads over. Lucky. Still 1-0. Here we go. We're going to go into latest scores. So, obviously, the Mainz and Bayer are drawing. So, at the minute, we're finishing ahead of Bayer 04. Perfect, right? And, obviously, Borussia Gladbach are winning. If Bayer 04 score and we draw or lose, we're actually out of Europe. So, at the minute, it's not too bad. Anyway, 28 minutes played. 1-0, 1860. Mueller. Frozen Ortega. Ami. Mueller. I don't mind you lumping it into Anderson's head from this far back, to be quite fair, Mueller. Said he goes byline. He loves a cross. Can't lose out like that. Mukiele and Danny Olmo, and they're out. I prefer him to rip it than, dwell on it there. And look at that. Ball over the top. Should be Burden's. Good touch. Thumps it, though. He had so much time. And straight back to Leipzig. It goes, why would you do that with so much time? In the end, though, it is going to find Martin Aguirre. Back to Artis. He has to lump it because there was nothing on there. They've squeezed us. We are being penned in here. But Miller wins it back. And I guess he meant to pass it to Diallo and didn't even pass it. And they're in here. Artis, what a save. In the end, it was offside. I don't understand what that was for Miller. He kind of just left the ball there. Looking at results around the ground, we need Mates to score. That made me feel a lot better. As it stands, though, we are 1-0 up approaching half-time. 1-0. One of the players in the next gen is meant to be the next Josh King. Well, there you go. Danny Olmo corner. We'll reverse the camera in a second as Garcia heads in. Of course he does. Fucking 1-0. Corners every time, huh? We concede a lot of set pieces. They're meant to have been patched, but we concede a fair ton of set pieces. 1-0, Eric Garcia, there we go. We need a Mates goal, really. Anyway, Jeppe Hansen now flicks one back there to Martin Aguirre. Jeppe Hansen again, cuts it, cleared away. Needs to be our ball, it's not. Macias now. Big switch. Can we get up, please? Miller doesn't, and Danny Olmo. Hodglund is everywhere. Artis makes another save. Does anyone want to stick with him? Does anybody want to stick with this bloke? Please. He should have had a hat-trick by now if it wasn't for our keeper. Backstick, Garcia hits the bar. 2-1. 2 set pieces, 2 goals, 2-1 down. Yeah, it falls there. Of course it does. Bang. As it stands, we're now out of Europe because Barrow 4 drawing against Mates. We need a goal. There's only one man to call for when you need a goal. James Margetts as the advance forward when you need a goal. Just get him on. Bang, there we go. We need a Mates goal. Time ticks away. Free kick, Mountain Hills Niles. Chips into Danny Olmo. We need to find a moment. Don't win the header there. Why are you so deep? Aguirre wins it though, Anderson. James wants it. Ignored. Should have went early. Put Burden under a lot of pressure. Put Burden under a lot of pressure for whatever reason. Savinov goes out there to Agu. Anderson presses. Got to win it here. Doesn't. Somehow doesn't win it. Danny Olmo now. Memphane. Goes long. What a ball. Max. Still Max. Cuts one. Headed. Game over. That's all it. That is it. It's all she wrote. We're not making Europe this season. We're not making Europe this year. We led 1-0 against Leipzig and then 2 set pieces and that. Oh my god, Bayer 04 just conceded to Mainz in the 84th minute. We're back in Europe. As it stands, we're in Europe on goal difference. Artis, what a save. He's had a worldie of a game, our keeper. Please, Mainz, hold on. And we get Euro 2 football next year. Sanchez. Good tackle from Morales. Diallo. Needed to go quick. Margetts. Can he score again? Why would you go with... Oh, it's the first time I've seen him chip all year. I don't think it's going to matter. It's the first time I've seen him chip. Barring a equaliser from Bayer 04, we may have just snuck into 7th. Not because we did anything like... Look, to be quite fair, Leipzig deserved to win that game. But, yeah. But the underdogs gave you your best effort. Well done. Did we finish in Euro 2 football? Come on, we got there on goal difference. Oh, we finish in Euro 2. Thank you, you little legends. My word. 53.7 million finishing 7th. We've also qualified for the Euro Cup second cup, which Leipzig and Wolfsburg are actually playing against each other there. Look at that. Wolfsburg won it in 2023-34, and Hertha Berlin won it last season. Looks like it's just a German competition. Maybe we're going to win that one. Who knows? Wow, we finished in Europe, not because we did it, but more because Mainz, on the final day, scored really late with Danny Motta. Right, we have to watch the goal that actually sent us into European football, do we not? Have to watch the goal that sent us into European football, huh? Suarez, Salier, down the line, back to Malentini, ball in, Motta header, there we go, 1-0, thank you very much, mates. And we're in the Conference League next season. Wow, that is huge. 53.7 million means financially 70 million, the most money we've had in the save. Wowzers. There we go. Hugeness, absolutely huge. Send the assistant. I just want to see what our transfer budget is for next season. Wow, we luck into it. What a season. First year in, we finished 7th. And if it wasn't for the disgusting run home, where we played everybody around us, Bayern with 10 men, Leipzig, Mainz, you name it. You played everyone around us, Borussia Mönchengladbach. You know, we would have been all right. By the way, Liam Hossier, game doesn't rate him, but he was under 19 player of the year last season. I don't know how we go about it, but let's just see if we get a let's just see if we get our budgets right now here, YouTube, in the live com. That would be great. If I'm going to venture a guess, we're going to get about 20 million. If we get more than 20 million, that's huge. All right, let's go through this because it should give us our budgets now. Arrivals, I would think James is probably the signing of the year. They reckon Martin Aguirre signing of the year, probably because he's very good, but for me, it's James. Like, the kid scored 14 goals with 19 appearances off the bench. Okay, someone let me know how you get him to play first-team football. Do you just train in the inside forward on the left and you get rid of Ortega? Is that what you do? Do you just tell Ortega sorry? Do you just tell Ortega sorry? Or do you... and you just play him on the left-hand side? Or does he start as the advanced forward and you just say, Graham O'Shea, this kid's just too good? And Graham O'Shea just comes off the bench and plays the occasional game. But Graham's unreal too, so I don't know what you do there. I don't know how you fit them all in. We're not playing 4-4-2 or some variation. I actually think Demi Ami is going to be the one to look out for. Thiago Diaz, for me, is actually one that I think could be really good. Hasn't really developed this season, but yeah, and we've got a lot of other good lads that were not too bad this year as well. 7th, huge. Boys love it. Chat loves it. Board loves it. Our biggest win was in the DP Pockle. Match to remember was a Werder Bremen win. Goal of the year was from Baden, scoring a lovely goal from 24 yards out against Werder Bremen. Was a pretty good goal, not going to lie. Not going to go back and watch it. Graham O'Shea showed the most jersey. Then, that's the thing. This is why I want to keep Wacko. This is why I don't want to sell Wacko. Did nothing for me this whole year, but the whole Japanese community just go buy shirts. It's so good for the jerseys and merchandise. Like 2 million of merchandise. And that's going to be like huge. How we lined up, they reckon our best team was Margetts, Anderson, Ortega, Ollie, Baden, Yepi, Vincent, Andrew, Burnham, Aguirre, and Artis. They didn't even put our club captain in there. Interesting. Competition awards, Young Danish Player of the Year, Asian Player of the Year, Bundesliga 2 goal scorer from last season. Interesting. But yeah, obviously we've done very, very well this season. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. Obviously, highest fee paid for a player was Diani and Patrick went for 32 million. No one remind me, please. There we are. Club expectation. Richard is one of the worst managers I've ever seen in my life. As in, like, bored. Because he just freaking gives you... What do you want me to do? Sign players from the lower levels... Play defensively solid football. Play possession based. Yeah, I try to. Play the most of set pieces. Play a higher tempo. Sign people under 23. Do not sign people over 30. Play entertaining football. He kind of just went through and just went tick, 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 tick. To be quite fair, I do most of this anyway. Work within a budget. Minimum 2-year contracts. That's for me. Still play for profit. We've been doing that. Void relegation again and become established. Sure, not a problem. Except the current revision. I can't wait till you get voted out, mate. You sold Patrick. No budget of yet. They want to go to Italy. Can we go to like Australia? No. Go to Salzburg? No, let's go to Italy. Screw it. I'm Italian. Let's go to Italy. O'Shea only sold so many jerseys because it's purchased. I purchased 12,000. Yeah, that's it. Look. Yeah, sort of reaction. Give youngsters a go. That will do. Thank you, everyone. Done. All right, everyone go on break. That's fine. I'm going to give it one more click here, YouTube and Twitch, to see if we do get our budgets for next season. We should be getting them. Don't know what. Here we go. That's why we wait. Increased transfer revenue. 100%. Beautiful. Board sets budget. 21,775,000. Yeah, that would do. That would do. That's nice. We got 70 mil in the bank. 356k payroll. There we are. There you go. 21,356k in the payroll. And I've already got all my signings coming. Here we go. Look at these guys. Joining. Just, yeah, there's kids. There's kids. I'll leave you with Dino. He'll be starting in your midfield next season, YouTube. And if you like the look of Dino, go give it a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And the fact we finished in Europe in our first season of the Bundesliga in a youth-only challenge, you better like the episode. Go subscribe. As always, links down below. Been live for 10 hours and 30 minutes. Everyone in the Twitch chat, say hello. Hi, guys. We are done. We are dusted. From Damo, from 1860 Munich, from your first year in the Bundesliga, we finished 7th. And we make European football. Next year's going to be a whirlwind. Dino's going to lead the line. We'll lead the midfield line at least anyway. And be interesting to see how we're going to go next year. From Damo, from everybody. Catch you later. See you next time. Thank you and goodbye.